following video has some content that viewers may find disturbing. 10 animals taking revenge on humans. Animals are the last creatures on Earth we'd expect to hold a grudge. However, it's been proven by scientists that animals have personality traits comparable to humans, making it entirely possible for them to hold grudges. To think that the cat peed on your best clothes purposely because you didn't give them food is kind of bizarre. But hey, they don't hold grudges on things that small, and not all species hold grudges, so don't stress about it. Today, we're going to have a look at some of the instances where animals held grudges against humans and even retaliated. You'd be surprised at how animals like tigers and elephants are vengeful. Without further ado, let's take a look at 10 animals taking revenge on humans. Truman the octopus is an octopus in the New England Aquarium in Boston. Now, if you didn't know, then you should know that octopuses are very intelligent and can remember things. Truman used his memory skill for torture. This may sound crazy, but Truman the octopus had a dislike for one particular lady who used to volunteer at the aquarium. His reason? Nobody knows, but I'm suspecting that maybe Truman had a slight crush on the woman. Whenever he got the chance, Truman would shoot a stream of water at the lady and only her alone. Later, the lady left the aquarium for college. During the time she was away, Truman never shot water at anyone again, until the lady returned for a visit a few months later. The moment Truman saw her, he shot a stream of water at her, as if welcoming her. If that isn't a love-hate relationship, then I don't know what is. Coming up next is a revenge of a pack of dogs on a guy who kicked out one of their own. You don't see this every day. We all know that dogs are the most loving and obedient animals in the world. This guy didn't see this coming. One evening in Chongqing, China, a guy drove home to find a stray dog lying in the parking space. It seems on that day, the guy was stressed about his issues and, instead of just getting the dog out of the parking spot in a decent way, he kicked it out of the way and parked his car as if nothing had happened. The dog walked away, only to come back with more dogs. He took the incident to heart as we see the dogs vandalizing the car. They made dents on the car using their jaws and even bit the windshield wipers. That's some good revenge. The following morning, the man was shocked to find his car in such a state. His neighbor, who saw everything that happened, informed him it was the dogs. You can imagine how confused he was for the rest of the day. This next story will have you giggling. Crows are other creatures that are good at recognizing people who trouble them. This was proven by a couple of researchers who used to capture crows and attach identification bands on them. They noticed that the birds would make noises and swoop at them whenever they enter. They decided to test their behavior and started entering the place with masks on when capturing and tagging the crows. After a while, the crows started making the same noise, but now to the masked people. When the familiar faces also entered the place, the crows also recognized them. The funny thing is that the crows even taught their children who the enemy was, and whenever the people came, they would make noises at them too, even if they've never seen them do anything personally. Amazing, right? Elephants are known for vengeance, and that's exactly what they did to several villages around the Champua Forest Range in Kyanjar, India. On July 11, 2016, one male elephant was poisoned and then had its tusks taken off by poachers from the neighboring state. Mad by the demise of their own, they planned an attack. For 15 days, 16 elephants raided the villages at night, destroying everything they came across, including over 54 homes. The raid was so aggressive that it left most of the villagers living under trees or in makeshift sheds. It was after they investigated the reason behind the invasion when they realized that it was because of the cruel poaching of the elephant on July 11th. The villagers learned their lesson and probably never poached again. The poachers of Sithathodu, Kerala, India seem to not have learned from these villagers though. This is proof that not only humans, but also animals can do anything for their families. In 2016, a group of illegal brewers were in the forest carrying out illegal brewing expeditions when they came across a tigress and a cub. One of them, called Baby, shot and claimed the life of the tigress and her cub. Then the men skinned them and shared the meat. They ate, drank, and had a merry time, not knowing that another tiger was watching. This tiger planned their vengeance, and when the men returned a few days later, the angry tiger was waiting for them. He pounced on Baby and carried him into the forest, but not before injuring him badly. The tiger didn't stop until he was sure that Baby wasn't going to survive. Though he did survive the initial attack, it didn't take him long to succumb to the injuries he did get. Even after the revenge for his wife and kid, he continued patrolling the area, attacking any unfortunate human it came across. But quite frankly, that seems like justice for killing the tiger's wife and kid. If there's one animal that never forgives or forgets, it's the camel. And how did people come to know about this? Maybe from this story, but mostly because harming a camel is likely to lead to a revenge attack that will most likely end in demise for the human. Forget about elephants and tigers. Camels are a no-go zone. A man from Mingta village in India was hosting some guests in his home, and he forgot about his camel that he tied out in the scorching sun for the whole day. At night, after the guests had left, he went to untie the camel, and, unlucky for him, the camel was angry. It caught him by the neck and started lifting him inches off the ground and throwing him back to the ground with a lot of force. As if that wasn't enough, he chewed on the neck until the body separated from the head. Seeing what had happened to the man, the villagers had to calm the camel down. They never thought it would take them about 6 hours and 25 villagers to calm the angry camel down. So let's swing continents to Africa and Lake Nakuru National Park in Kenya, where we have a female leopard that almost made a ranger, Alexander Rono, blind with 21 other wounds. The leopard had been up and about in a community eating the livestock of people. Fearing that the leopard may one day turn out to be a man-eater, the villagers reported the leopard and rangers came to relocate her. They managed to capture and relocate her, but the problem came when the leopard refused to leave the cage that was used to transport her. In an attempt to get her out of the cage, Rono used a long stick from the cabin to poke the leopard. The leopard wasn't too happy about what Rono did and roared aggressively at the ranger. Rono continued to poke her, and the leopard got angrier and bit the stick. She then tricked them that she was leaving, and then turned around and jumped in the truck where Rono was. It took them 30 minutes to try and save his own life. The leopard took off into the woods after giving Rono fatal wounds. Who said revenge has to be fatal? Gorillas and humans aren't that far apart from it when it comes to thinking and emotions. I mean, they're called our cousins for a reason, right? Maybe it's because of their intelligence. A group of gorillas from Volcano National Park in Rwanda discovered that poachers left snares to trap animals for bushmeat. They realized that the snares not only affect them, but also all the animals that call the park home. One day, when a female gorilla got caught in the snares, they knew they had to do something. They started sabotaging all the snares one after the other. They did this to save themselves and all the other animals. I don't know about you, but I think what they did was very brave and intelligent. I'm so proud of these cousins of ours. The Siberian tiger weighs over 225 kilograms and is considered the largest subspecies of tigers. From its weight and height, you can tell that getting on the bad books of such a predator is a bad idea. A Russian poacher named Vladimir Markov attacked one in the Russian Far East, and the serious consequences after had him be the dinner of the tiger. Too bad he couldn't learn from his mistakes, but other people surely did. Markov had shot and wounded a tiger. The tiger didn't forget, and he tracked him down to his cabin. Since he wasn't at home, he waited for him, and when the man came back, he attacked the life out of him and ate him as his dinner. That's wild revenge, don't you think? And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in our future videos. Now that we know how vengeful tigers are, it's best when poachers keep their distance and mind their own business when they see one of these ready animals. This photo shows a Nigerian tiger chasing down a hunter. As real as the photo looks, it's photoshopped. The original photo is used as a thumbnail in YouTube videos and consists of a gorilla chasing down the man. By looking keenly at the photo, you'll get to notice that the tiger seems misplaced.